and welcome to Family Focused Health. I'm Misty, your RN Wellness host, who's interested in all things family. My purpose for this podcast is to equip Christian families to achieve healthy habits for life. Each week, we will tackle health issues affecting our families and discuss what God provides to heal and strengthen us spiritually and physically in His Word and the garden, and maybe some other places. Today's topic is choosing the correct bed. And I'll be talking to a very nice lady, Linda Lawson, who manages Sleep Outfitters. The Bible passage for today is out of Psalm chapter 4, and I want to read this to you. It's so awesome. All right, so to the choir master with stringed instruments, a psalm of David. He says, "Answer me when I call, O God of my righteousness. You have given me relief when I was in distress. Be gracious to me and hear my prayer. O men, how long shall my honor be turned into shame? How long will you love vain words and seek after lies? But know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him. Be angry and do not sin. Ponder in your own hearts on your beds and be silent." He goes on to say, "Offer right sacrifices and put your trust in the Lord." That's what we need to do, isn't it? Put our trust in the Lord. There are many who say, "Who will show us some good?" Lift up the light of your face upon us, O Lord. You have put more joy in my heart than they have when their grain and their wine abound. In peace I will both lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. It's a beautiful thing to hear that confidence and that trust in God when things aren't going so great around us, right? He's going to lie down and sleep and trust in the Lord. He's not going to sit and dwell on things and ruminate over things over and over again. He probably does, but he's not saying that in this song anyway, right? So when I talked to Linda a few weeks ago, she had a group from Howard Hanna Real Estate over for a luncheon, and I did my improving sleep presentation. And we talked about the stages of sleep, and we talked about how important sleep is for our overall health and for gaining just that physical health that we need, the metabolism, the fat hormones that need to be regulated during our sleep, and we talked about how to get the right sleep, and you've heard that on the podcast before, so I won't go into that again. I'll just get right into my discussion with Linda Lawson today. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get a lot out of it, and I hope you go give her a visit and find the right mattress for you and the right bed that's going to help you. The thing that we didn't discuss that we've talked about before, especially in the class, was the importance of having that elevation, that adjustable frame on those mattresses. And she goes over that so well when you're a guest in her store. She shows you those positioning, and it's just amazing how much a mattress can help you feel comfort and ease as you're laying down and resting. And I can remember when I worked in the intensive care unit, we would always have their head elevated 30 degrees. We wanted that proper drainage from the lungs, and we wanted that just that capacity for their lungs to expand as much as possible in the facility where they are. So it has a lot of merit to it. I hope you get a lot out of it and enjoy it. Thanks. So hello, Linda. I appreciate you joining me today in Family Focused Health, and
Yes.
I'm excited to just get into the details of how we can sleep better. I went through. We had a class with Howard Hanna
Yes.
a little bit ago,
Yes.
and we had this nice little class in your showroom, which was absolutely amazing. We had a wonderful catered lunch, and
Yes.
we got a lot of good information about sleep from my class, and now we're going to talk to you about how you can help people sleep better.
Wonderful, wonderful. Excited to share.
Good. So tell us about this life-changing sleep.
So, life-changing sleep. It is so important that you are sleeping on the proper sleep ensemble. We call it a sleep outfit. But what that will do for you, the right feel, the right positions in your bed, the goal is for you to toss and turn less. Every time you turn, it's from something that's disrupting you. It could be that you're too hot. It could be that your pressure point, like your shoulder or your hips, are bothering you because the mattress isn't the right feel or the firmness. So that's going to cause you to toss and turn. And every time that happens, it wakes you up. Whether you realize it or not, it at least pulls you out of that deep REM sleep, which is when your body heals, don't you think?
Absolutely. We talked about in the class how important REM sleep is. Well, the stages of sleep, REM sleep was it's that lighter stage anyway, right? The REM is rapid eye movement sleep. That's what we were talking about. And the N1 and N2 are getting us there, but N3 is our sweet spot. And the REM is when we're more alert and hearing things.
Okay.
But we cycle through those 4 or 5 times a night. So we'll be in that REM sleep several times. So tell us how you got started with Sleep Outfitters and what your passion is for helping people sleep better.
Oh, wow. Oddly, for me, it was a COVID thing.
Okay.
So, like several people around, that was the time you kind of changed careers, and I just ended up being encouraged to do an application and an interview with Sleep Outfitters, and it was just like a God gift in so many ways. My district manager, she and I just hit it off great, and we just discovered there's a lot of things that I could bring passion to in helping people with sleep. And that's what I've been looking for a long time, is to just be able to provide help and knowledge to give people something that is beneficial for them. So, in the Sleep Outfitters and sleep, what more can you ask for than to offer somebody better sleep?
Absolutely. It's a worthy cause, and when you think about how long we spend in bed, and how many hours we are in that,
a third of our life.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, a third of our life. So sleeping, it just affects our metabolism, it affects our health, it affects our, whether we're gaining weight, losing weight, having the right hormones to sleep properly. It's just so important in every single metabolic function that we have. So tell me some experiences that some of your guests, that's what they're called. They're called guests.
Yeah.
How are they seeing a change in their...
So many people will tell me, I always touch base with my guest about a week after and about 30 days after. And again, I'm not just, it's not just about here's your mattress, see you later. It's a relationship that I like to build. I want to know that you're doing well. We Sleep Outfitters want to know that you're doing well. So, one of the big things I hear all the time, oh, I'm sleeping so much better. I feel so much better when I wake up in the morning. My hips don't hurt as much. My back doesn't hurt as much. So I feel better when I get up instead of I feel like I'm still sleepy and want to go back to bed. So when I hear those stories, it's great. I know I had one guest recently that he had a stroke and was pretty much paralyzed on one side, but was trying to maintain as much independence as possible.
Absolutely, yes.
So he needed something that was a little firmer, that was easier for him to turn in. And I was able to get him something, a temper that was had some firmness to it, but still had really good support. And I've touched base with him, and he's sleeping so much better. His body isn't hurting as bad. That was one of his challenges, was that his body hurt all the time. And that temper material, which just conforms to your body's need, and it's pressure relieving. That's what's known in the industry for Tempur is that it's that pressure relief, and it worked so good for him, and so that was kind of a success story.
It absolutely is that he got some just more function out
More
of that
function,
and better sleep.
able to turn by himself instead of asking his wife to help him turn. Able to get up and get out and into his chair in the morning with a lot less assistance. So that to me was why I do what I do.
Oh yeah, you can really see a difference in that through any age group, though, can't you? I mean, it's a great benefit for the older people in our lives, but the family itself, you know, whether you're a working person 50, 60 hours a week and you are younger and you need that good sleep, or whether you're an athlete, a young athlete, a youth in high school, or tell me more about that, because you've got some
so that's
about
something that I like to focus in on. You know, when parents bring their kids in, a lot of times they're just looking for a mattress to put in their kid's bed, but it's so much more than that. And if you think about it, their body is growing, so they need that really good support as they're growing. If they're an athlete, think about what their body is going through during the day, how it's getting beat up or jostled around, or whatever it is, or like even in golf, the standing, the swinging, whatever their sport is. They need that proper rest. They need to get into that good sleep cycle so they can heal. And if they're tossing and turning because their body is still aching from things they have done during the day, then they're not getting that proper sleep that they desperately need, as much or more than we adults.
And tell us about the length of time these mattresses last, because if you did go the extra mile and pay that for your teenager, they could take it to college.
Oh, definitely.
Right?
I mean, an average person buys a mattress on average every 8 years or so, maybe 10. Most mattresses are warranted for 10, but we have some. The Tempur-Pedics are going to last you, easily 15 years. I mean, that's what we have people come in and tell us all the time. They're just looking for what's new, or their body's changed, or they're upsizing or downsizing, going from a queen to a king or a king to a queen. And usually they're giving that mattress to somebody else instead of just getting rid of it.
Okay.
So
now, we had a conversation too during our talk about how heavy the regular mattresses are after so many years with sweat and dander and skin cells and
So,
tell me about that. Tell us about that.
So important is always add a protector with your mattress. And the reason is, you don't think about it, but at night we sweat. So that humidity that gets into the mattress. In addition, we slough off dead skin cells at night. And I don't know where they came from, but there's these things called dust mites. Don't know, but they just exist. And so those protectors protect against all of that. And I have been told that a mattress, when you first buy it, and then 10 years later when you are ready to change it out, it weighs double what it weighed when you first bought it, because of all of those things that tend to get in that mattress and just kind of hang out there.
It's a really disgusting thought.
It is. Hence, protectors.
Absolutely. I'm thinking that's a good idea. Good idea. All right, so any age group it's good for. You have different sizes, you have different prices, you have you have all kinds of options available.
Yep, the goal is to give you that life-changing sleep, and it's lots of things. And what we do, Sleep Outfitters does this differently than anybody else selling mattresses. When you come in, we want to sit down with you and get to know you a little bit. We want to ask you questions on how you sleep. That lets us take the whole sea of mattresses in our showroom and narrow it down into 3 or 4 options that should work best for you. And it's going to be questions, how you sleep, what position you go to sleep in, where are your aches and pains, do you have asthma or sleep apnea, fibromyalgia, do you snore, things like, do you sleep hot? That's really important. People don't think about, they're tossing and turning, flipping their covers off because they're hot at night. And we can fix that. There's ways to fix that. So there's just lots of different ways to get that right sleep solution for you. And asking these questions and spending that time getting to know you and your needs plays a big part in that. Are you woke up when the dog jumps in bed with you, or the kids, or your significant other gets out of the bed during the night? Does that wake you up? There are options to keep that from happening. So there's a solution for almost anything.
Wow. There's so much I didn't know about all of the, I knew about sleep issues, which we talked about in the class, but the mechanical part of it, how important the mechanical side. So with MistyPufferWellness.com, you have the science behind sleep, you have how to improve sleep naturally, you have the food, you have the hormones affected, you have the natural ways that we can improve sleep. And with the mechanical side, you have Sleep Outfitters here in Maysville, Kentucky. So let us know where you're located.
So we are in the Walmart Shopping Center, behind Applebee's and next to Penn Station.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can't get a better place than that next to Penn Station to have.
That's right. They have lunch. You can come over, try a bed out, take a little nap.
Come over and see Linda and check out some of these mattresses that she has that she can help you sleep. And check out my website, MistyPuffer.com, to see any classes. Metzbusters classes is a metabolic syndrome class that I teach. It's a program. It's a full 12-week program that I do with my clients, with groups, with churches, in the workplace. I do biometric wellness coaching, and we have a good time. We learn new information. We do group coaching in those sessions, and then we also do like a little snack, try a new recipe.
Oh, neat.
So it's $10 a person for each session, and we just have a lot of fun. So we're here to help you together.
Yes.
Take care.